Welcome back to the channel. Today, we're diving into the fascinating world of coins, and specifically, we're going to talk about the Australia 10 cents 1981 coin in very fine condition and what its market value looks like today. If you're a coin collector, a beginner, or just curious about rare coins and their worth, then this video is going to be very interesting and informative for you. So sit back, relax, and let's explore this coin together. The Australian 10-cent coin has a rich history that dates back to 1966, when Australia switched to decimal currency. The 1981 version of this coin is part of that long-running series, and it carries with it a strong connection to Australia's modern monetary system. This coin features the iconic image of a lyrebird on the reverse side, a beautiful bird known for its unique tail and incredible ability to mimic sounds. On the obverse side, you'll find the portrait of Queen Elizabeth II, which was common on Australian coins of that era. Now, when we talk about a coin being in very fine condition, it means the coin has been circulated but still retains many of its original details. You may see some wear, especially on the higher points of the design, but the overall appearance is still clear and attractive. The lyrebird's feathers, for example, will still be visible, although slightly worn. Coins in very fine condition are quite popular among collectors because they offer a good balance between affordability and detail. The 1981 Australian 10-cent coin is made from cupronickel, which is an alloy of copper and nickel. This composition gives the coin its silver-like appearance and durability. The coin weighs approximately. It also features a reeded edge, which means the edges have small grooves. This design not only adds to the coin's aesthetic appeal, but also helps prevent counterfeiting. The Royal Australian Mint produced millions of these coins in 1981, making them quite common in circulation at the time. However, over the years, many of these coins have been lost, damaged, or worn down, which makes well-preserved examples more desirable today. When it comes to collector demand, the 1981 Australian 10-cent coin is considered a common date coin. However, that doesn't mean it lacks value or interest. Collectors often look for coins in the best possible condition. A very fine condition coin is still quite appealing, especially for beginners who want to build a collection without spending a lot of money. Additionally, some collectors focus on completing a full set of Australian 10-cent coins from different years. For them, the 1981 coin is an essential piece of the puzzle. So even though it's not rare, it still holds steady demand in the market. Another factor that can increase demand is eye appeal. If your coin has a nice shine, minimal scratches, and clear details, it can attract more interest from collectors. Now let's talk about the most exciting part, the current market value. As of today, an Australia 10 cents 1981 coin in very fine condition typically has a modest value. In most cases, it may range from around $1,040,000 to $175,000, depending on its exact condition and appearance, depending on the exchange rate and the buyer. If the coin is closer to extremely fine condition or has exceptional eye appeal, it might fetch a slightly higher price. However, since it is not a rare coin, its value mainly remains within this affordable range. Still, it's important to remember that coin collecting is not just about high value, it's also about history, passion, and the joy of collecting. If you're interested in collecting coins like the 1981 Australian 10 cent, here are a few helpful tips. First, always pay attention to the condition of the coin. Even small differences in wear can affect the value significantly. Second, store your coins properly. Use coin holders, albums, or capsules to protect them from dust, moisture, and scratches. Third, avoid cleaning your coins. Cleaning can actually reduce their value because it may damage the surface and remove natural toning. It's also a good idea to learn as much as you can about coins. The more knowledge you have, the better decisions you can make when buying or selling. Lastly, enjoy the process. Coin collecting is a rewarding hobby that connects you to history and different cultures. So the Australia 10 cents 1981 coin in very fine condition may not be extremely rare or highly valuable, but it still holds a special place in the world of coin collecting. It represents a piece of Australia's history, showcases beautiful design, and offers an affordable entry point for collectors. Whether you're just starting out or adding to an existing collection, this coin is definitely worth having. Remember, every coin has a story, and sometimes the true value lies not just in money, but in the history and passion behind it. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to the channel for more interesting coin content. And let me know in the comments, do you have this coin in your collection? Next up, today we are going to explore a very interesting and valuable coin that many collectors are curious about. This is the Australia 10-cents coin from the year 1978, especially in fine condition. If you already have this coin or you are planning to start coin collecting, then this video is going to be very helpful for you. So sit back, relax, and let's dive into the fascinating world of this small but meaningful coin. Let's start with the history of this coin. The Australian 10-cents coin was first introduced in 1966, when Australia changed its currency system to decimal. The 1978 version of this coin is part of that early decimal series, which already gives it historical importance. These coins were minted during a time when Australia was growing economically and culturally, so each coin represents a piece of that era. The design features the beautiful lyrebird on the reverse side, which is one of Australia's most iconic birds, known for its ability to mimic sounds. On the front side, you will find the portrait of Queen Elizabeth II, which was standard for Australian coins of that period. This combination of design makes the coin both artistic and meaningful. Now let's talk about the condition of the coin, because this is very important when it comes to value. When we say a coin is in fine condition, it means the coin has been used in circulation, but still maintains clear details. You can still see the design elements like the feathers of the lyrebird and the facial features on the Queen's portrait, although there might be some wear. A fine condition coin is not perfect, but it still has a good appearance and is very collectible. The better the condition, the higher the value, so collectors always pay close attention to how well preserved a coin is. Moving on to the size and composition, the Australia 10-cents 1978 coin is made from cupronickel, which is a mixture of copper and nickel. This gives the coin a silver-like appearance and also makes it durable. The coin has a round shape with a milled edge, which means it has small ridges along the edge. These ridges not only add to the design, but also help prevent counterfeiting. The coin weighs about and has a diameter of around. These physical characteristics are standard for this denomination and help collectors easily identify it. Now let's discuss collector demand, which plays a big role in determining the coin's value. The 1978 Australia 10-cents coin is quite common because millions of these coins were produced. However, demand still exists among collectors, especially those who are trying to complete a full set of Australian decimal coins. Collectors often look for coins in better condition, so if your coin is in fine condition or higher, it will definitely attract attention. The demand also increases if the coin has any unique features, such as mint errors or unusual markings. Even though it is not considered extremely rare, it still holds a steady place in the collector market. Now the most exciting part, the current market value. As of today, a 1978 Australia 10-cents coin in fine condition usually has a modest value. In general, it may be worth around $150,000 to $175,000 Australian dollar, depending on its exact condition and market demand. If the coin is in better condition, like very fine or uncirculated, the value can go higher. However, it's important to understand that this coin is more valuable as part of a collection rather than as a single piece. The sentimental and historical value often means more to collectors than just the price. Let's take a moment to talk about some useful tips for collectors. If you have this coin, always store it properly in a coin holder or album to protect it from damage. Avoid cleaning the coin, because cleaning can actually reduce its value. Try to learn more about grading, because understanding coin conditions will help you make better decisions when buying or selling. It's also a great idea to connect with other collectors, either online or in local groups, because sharing knowledge can really improve your collecting experience. Always stay patient because coin collecting is a journey, not a race. As we come to the conclusion, the Australia 10 cents 1978 coin in fine condition may not be extremely rare or highly expensive, but it carries history, beauty, and value in its own way. It is a great piece for beginners and experienced collectors alike. Every coin has a story, and this one tells a story of Australia's past and its transition into the modern decimal currency system. So if you have this coin, keep it safe and appreciate it, because sometimes the smallest things can bring the greatest joy. Next up, today we are going to talk about a very interesting and collectible coin, the Australia 10 cents coin from the year 2005, especially in very fine condition. If you are a coin lover, collector, or someone curious about coin values, then this video is going to be very helpful and exciting for you. Let's begin with a little history of this coin. The Australian 10 cents coin has been part of the country's decimal currency system since 1966, when Australia shifted from pounds to dollars. The 2005 version of this coin continues the classic design that many collectors recognize and admire. On one side of the coin, you will find the image of Queen Elizabeth II, which represents Australia's connection to the British monarchy. The portrait used on the 2005 coin reflects a mature and detailed depiction of the Queen, adding a sense of dignity and tradition to the coin. On the reverse side, the coin features the famous lyrebird, a unique and beautiful bird native to Australia. This design was created by Stuart Devlin and has become one of the most recognizable symbols on Australian coins. The lyrebird design is elegant and detailed, which makes the coin visually appealing, especially when it is preserved in very fine condition. Now let's talk about the condition of the coin. A very fine conditioned coin means that it has been circulated but still retains clear details. You may notice some light wear on the high points of the design, but overall, the coin still looks attractive and the major features are sharp and visible. For collectors, very fine condition is a desirable grade because it balances affordability and visual quality. It shows the coin has history, yet it still holds strong collectible value. Moving on to the size, shape, and composition of the coin, the Australian 10 cents coin is round in shape and has a reeded edge, which means it has small grooves along the sides. This not only adds to its design, but also helps prevent counterfeiting. The coin is made of cupronickel, which is a mixture of copper and nickel. This composition gives the coin its silver-like appearance and makes it durable over time. The coin weighs approximately and has a diameter of around, making it easy to recognize among other coins. Now let's discuss collector demand. The 2005 Australian 10 cents coin is not considered extremely rare, but it still has steady demand among collectors, especially those who focus on Australian decimal coins or complete yearly sets. The demand increases when the coin is in better condition, such as very fine or higher grades. Collectors appreciate coins that are well preserved, and even common coins can become valuable when they are kept in good condition over time. Another important factor is that some collectors enjoy building full collections of coins from specific decades or years, and the 2005 coin plays a role in completing those sets. Because of this, there is always a consistent interest in this coin in the numismatic market. Now let's talk about the current market value. As of today, a 2005 Australian 10 cents coin in very fine condition typically has a modest value. In most cases, it may range from around $1.20, $0 to $1,000, $40,000, depending on the exact condition, shine, and demand in your local market. The value can be slightly higher, especially if sold to the right collector or through an online platform. It's important to remember that coin values can change over time depending on market trends, collector interest, and availability. So even if the value seems small today, it can increase in the future if demand rises. Now let me share some helpful tips for collectors. Always try to store your coins in a safe and dry place to prevent damage or corrosion. Using coin holders or albums can help protect the surface and maintain the condition. Avoid cleaning your coins because cleaning can reduce their value by removing the natural surface and details. It is always better to keep a coin in its original state. If you are serious about collecting, try to learn about grading standards and market trends. This knowledge will help you understand which coins are worth keeping and which ones might be good to sell. Also, connecting with other collectors or joining online communities can be very beneficial, as you can learn from their experiences and stay updated on market prices. Finally, let's come to the conclusion. The 2005 Australian 10-cent coin in very fine condition may not be extremely rare, but it holds a special place in the world of coin collecting. Its beautiful design, historical background, and steady demand make it a great addition to any collection. Even if its current value is modest, the joy of collecting and preserving such coins is priceless. Next up, today we are going to talk about a very interesting and collectible coin, the Australia 10 cents 2010 coin in fine condition and its current market value. If you are a coin collector or someone who is curious about old and modern coins, then this video is going to be very helpful and exciting for you. Let's start with a little bit of history. The Australian 10 cents coin has been part of the country's decimal currency system since 1966, when Australia moved away from pounds and shillings. The 2010 version of this coin continues that long tradition and represents stability and consistency in Australian coinage. On one side of the coin, you will find the portrait of Queen Elizabeth II, which reflects Australia's connection to the British monarchy. On the reverse side, there is the famous image of the lyrebird, a beautiful and unique bird known for its incredible ability to mimic sounds. This design gives this coin both cultural and artistic value. Now let's talk about the condition, which is very important in determining the value of any coin. A fine condition coin means that the coin has been circulated and shows some wear, but the main details are still visible. The design elements like the lyrebird and the queen's portrait can still be clearly recognized, although there may be some light scratches or fading. Even in fine condition, coins like this can still attract collectors, especially if they are well preserved compared to other circulated coins. Moving on to the background and composition, the 2010 Australian 10 cents coin is made from cupronickel, which is a combination of copper and nickel. This gives the coin its silver-like appearance and also makes it durable for everyday use. The coin has a reeded edge, which means it has small grooves around the sides. This feature is not only for design, but also helps prevent counterfeiting and adds to the coin's overall feel. The size and weight of the coin have remained consistent over the years, making it easy to recognize and handle. Now let's discuss collector demand. In general, modern coins like the 2010 Australian 10 cents are quite common because they were produced in large quantities. However, demand can still exist among beginner collectors or those who are trying to complete a full-date set of Australian coins. Some collectors also look for coins in better condition or with unique characteristics like errors or unusual minting features. While this coin may not be considered rare, it still holds value as part of a complete collection and as a piece of Australia's currency history. Talking about the current market value, a 2010 Australian 10 cents coin in fine condition usually has a modest value. In most cases, it may be worth slightly above its, depending on the demand and the buyer. In international coin markets, such a coin might be valued at around $1.48, $0 to $175,000. If the coin is in better condition, such as extremely fine or uncirculated, the value can be higher. It's important to understand that condition plays a huge role in pricing, and even a small difference in quality can impact the final value. Now I want to share some helpful tips for collectors. Always try to store your coins in a safe and dry place to prevent damage. Using coin holders or albums can help maintain their condition. Avoid cleaning your coins, as cleaning can reduce their value significantly. If you are serious about collecting, try to learn about grading standards so you can better understand the condition of your coins. Also, keep an eye on the market because prices can change over time, depending on demand and collector interest. As we come to the conclusion, the Australia 10 cents 2010 coin in fine condition may not be extremely rare or highly valuable, but it still has its own charm and importance. It represents a piece of modern history, carries a beautiful design, and can be a great addition to any coin collection. For beginners, it is a perfect starting point, and for experienced collectors, it helps complete a full set. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you enjoyed learning about this coin, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to the channel for more interesting coin content. Keep collecting, keep learning, and I will see you in the next video.